Fire investigators, they typically come and try and find out what sparked it. In Sioux City, that responsibility falls to the Community Risk Reduction Department.
Yeah, that's the city fire marshals, fire inspectors, and fire investigators. Tonight, KTIV's Connor Trett takes a closer look at the steps that those investigators take.
January 29th, 2023. Fire broke out inside the Opatime restaurant on Hamilton Boulevard. Captain Ryan Collins was on the scene that night as firefighters battled the elements as well as the flames.
When I arrived on scene, number one, it was extremely cold outside. I remember that vividly. With the cold that was, that time of year and the amount of water that was applied, it just created a mountain of ice on the inside.
That ice delayed the investigation by 2 months, but what firefighters and eyewitnesses saw on the scene helped Collins in his investigation.
In the Opatime case, the 911 caller stated there was heavy fire coming from the roof near the rear of the structure. Our crews reported the same when they arrived on scene. So we kind of, just using that information, it really helps us narrow down the part of the building and where the fire started.
Once a fire is reported over dispatch, investigators are called out onto the scene. Once on the scene, they'll go through a round of interviews with fire personnel, eyewitnesses, and the property owner. Then it's time to head inside.
We zero in looking at different fire patterns. A lot of the evidence kind of points to where the fire may have originated at. And then we look at, in those areas, what the competent ignition sources is.
Collins says that ignition sources can be anything from electrical circuits to space heaters, and in single-family homes, he says that most fires will occur in the kitchen.
Depending upon the occupancy, what the building is used for, kind of gives us little clues, little puzzle pieces in order to determine where the fire started and how it started.
In the Opatime case, security footage helped investigators determine that the cause was oily rags that had spontaneously combusted. In Sioux City, Connor Trett, KTIV News 4.
And work is now underway to rebuild the space where Opatime stood. As you can see, the business next door is also still recovering from damage caused by that fire.